Hello everyone, welcome back to No Man's Sky Synthesis. We're doing normal mode today. We have a fleet in, and probably this is just going to be cache 2. Oh, we got some thermic condensate. We'll put that away. That's awesome. Let's see here, thermic condensate. We're going to put that in someplace. Let's put it in with the vegetables. Seems like a good idea. I've made a bunch of circuit boards, 5 of them, and that's to make money for suit slots. Doesn't look like I have enough starball, but there's probably enough for a couple more here. So we'll just go ahead and grab this. I grew more starbulb and more frostwort than is needed for a circuit board. And the reason I grew more frostwort than you need is because you also need frostwort for building, and I'm always out of starbulb. No matter what in the world, no matter how well I do the math, I always run out of starbulb. So we'll just go ahead and make what we can here. 2 of those. And only 1 of those. So see how that works? We'll grab these. I have some extra heat capacitors. That's enough for 2 more of those. So I have extra starbulb, so it makes it look like I'm not making the right amount here. But I'm going to even that out as soon as I figure out why my hydroponic trays are not powering. So I've tried putting in more hydroponic trays, but they won't power up. And I know that there's a solution to it. I just haven't asked the right person. And seems like when I'm in the conversation, I forget. So it might have something to do with the proximity of the landing bay, which is under my feet right here. And when I put in the hydroponic tray, every other one of them is not powered. So what I might do is eliminate this space and go this way back, because this area right here seems to be fine. I can also go that way instead, but you remember we got to put those rooms in this direction. So otherwise all the direction of the trays will get all funny. Let's see here. I'm just putting the extras away. And how many is that? 3? There we go. Now we have 10 circuit boards, and we'll put that away. And I think we should put this away in person. We're on our way to go start the Atlas, but we're not in a hurry to do the Atlas. So yeah, my heat capacitors didn't go in there. I was worried if that might happen. Here they are. Yay! Perfect. Okay, so 10 circuit boards is just about 10 million units. I don't know if what the price is here, because I never checked it. Circuit boards are plus 20%. So they're worth far more than they should be. Yep, 5.536. 4. Wow, that's an incredibly good price. I just didn't believe it. That's why it took so long. All right, so let's sell them. 10 of them for 11 million units. There we go. We don't need to hang on to them for expanding the base, because I can just come up here and make one. But you can see how just that little tiny bit of plants, in 2 days of harvesting, I've managed to get 10 circuit boards, 11 million units out of it. And that's not as lucrative as storm crystals, but it's totally passive. So it doesn't require me spending an hour on a storm planet. I have already been there, and I dropped a base because I really liked the planet and I wanted to go back to it. And I'm pretty sure I got the suit slot from there. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go into the log and we're going to select Atlas Path. And you can see that it says, warning, mission out of range. Hold middle mouse button to restart current mission and use nearby structures. Here we go. Mission restarted. Your destiny lies in the beyond. Press X to open galaxy map. Galactic map, actually. Here we go.
Orbital station coordinates received.
There it is. I've also increased the hyperdrive range a little bit. Not much, about 100 more light years. And here we go, first Atlas station. And like I said, we're not going to rush through this because we need to stop at the space stations and look for travelers and get suit slots. We don't have terribly far to go, but with the travelers, we only need, I think I only need 2 more glyphs. And we're about halfway through getting the suit slots for cargo, and then we'll be done with that. But there isn't that many Atlas stations, so. All right. Drama music. Here it is. Let's go get the couple of words that might be here. Doing the Atlas before you have all your movement modules can drive you crazy. You don't have to run from word to word, and not everyone even collects all the words. But I do, because I want all the words. Sounds like water dripping. I did, while I was out getting suit slots, I got a mission from the Nexus to dig up activated emerald, but the Nexus wouldn't let me do it. So I moved the Nexus and to a different star system that was closer to a green star, and it still wouldn't let me do it. And so I finally just got fed up and installed, you know, the first drive, and then went to a red star and got cadmium, installed the second drive, etc., until I had them all. Now, if you're new to the game, these 2 pedestals right next to the Atlas have hyperdrive warp cells, so grab them up. Here we go. Vistal convergence. You, the infinite, open the sky and be our eyes. Know us. The Atlas called me to this interface, and yet its purpose remains unclear. It demands worship. It demands obedience. It welcomes me. It knows what I am. It offers the gift of true understanding. But why? Why does such power and knowledge crave submission? It knows my thoughts before I know them myself. It knows what I will do. The Atlas asks me to follow its path. I accept. I will accept this. The sky is deep and full of wonders, and the path to enlightenment opens to me. And there is the very first one, captured nanode. So we are going to go into the starship, not in our suit, into the starship, and we're going to build a captured nanode. Now, the reason you don't want to build that in your suit is because as you're going along and doing other things while you're doing the Atlas, you can sometimes accidentally sell that thing. And so we just put it right into the starship and build it there. Plus, there's usually more room to do it there. That's just my way. You can do it however you want, but it just, it helps me to not sell it, because I've done that before. I've gotten all the way to Heart of the Sun and sold my Heart of the Sun because I was just whipping through the sell menu and stopped paying attention. It's been probably 9 months or so since I did this in normal mode. I don't expect it to be different, no matter how many updates we have. It's already really simplified and straightforward. Of all the missions that have been developed for this game, the Atlas seems to be the one that doesn't get changed. It seems to be the most straightforward and most, easily programmed one of them all. Even though there can be problems with the sound, and there is occasionally problems with getting the final Atlas to work properly. But if it does that, we'll just work through it. We're in a Gex system. There goes our money. We are looking for hyperdrives here and there. But I happen to know that we are about 6 hyperdrives from a good one, because I rolled one out last night. I took the time and I rolled it out to see what it would take. Hello, I'm over here. To see what it would take to get a good one. And, oops. So, yeah, that's it. 237. Yeah, 237 is what I got. So I installed 2 pulse engines, 2 shields, 2 C-class hyperdrives, and then the S-class hyperdrive. So it's the 7th module. And so if I do find a hyperdrive, I'm not going to just buy it and put it in. I'll buy it, and then we need to install 6 C-classes ahead of it. But I usually take my time and install each one and reload, because I don't really trust it that much. Next.
Orbital station coordinates received.
I'm always afraid that I've miscounted, All right. Okay. So we started here, and we went that way, and now we're going back this way. So you can see what I was saying about the Atlas doesn't move you around very much. This one's only 292 light years away. The Artemis mission actually sends you through black holes and portals, or not black holes, but portals, and very special portals that you transport through, and you stay on the other side. Alright, we got all of those done. 75 warps. Here we go. This mission does not take you to another galaxy. The Artemis mission can take you to another galaxy if you let it. This mission only gives you the starseed, which you can build in your suit, which increases your life support and shows you all the black holes. So there's a lot of confusion about that. People say, I'm doing the Atlas mission, and I can't find the last atlas that takes me to the next galaxy. Well, that had nothing to do with the atlas missions. The confusion lies in the fact that the Artemis mission uses the atlas. I think it's twice. And I guess that's confusing. Confusing enough that it comes up every once in a while. So if you get if you're asking questions and you get frustrated with the answer, it may be that you're naming the wrong mission. It certainly happened with me when I started out. Every once in a while we get a word, but not every one of these lights is a word. Alrighty. I think that's it. It's the first 3 Atlas stations that give you warp cells. So if you get to the next one and you're like, I don't understand. There's nothing there. That's normal. Alright. The Kutori of Abstraction. Calm down, Atlas. Okay, good. Endless night enfolds before existence. The seeking of the kindred never ends. Wonder and fear, silence and delight, knowledge awaits. Another Atlas interface. How many of these constructs exist in the deep void? How long have they been slumbering, waiting for a traveler? Have they been expecting me? Am I somehow chosen? The Atlas crafted this existence, the Gek, Vy'keen, and Korvax, the stars that fill the skies, and the hatred that burns within the deep. Every world that turns and every form that lives, the Atlas offers it all. I take the gift of knowledge, certain in my decision. All doubts are silenced, the stars await me. And there is the Englobe Shade, and we need the captured NAM node and pure ferrite. So we're going to go into the ship, and we'll build it right next to it. If you intend to do the Artemis mission, and I do, you want to make 2 of these. You need one for the end of the Artemis mission as well. Alrighty, let's take a quick look, make sure I got them all. I've gotten messed up right here in exiting. I've had problems in leaving the game between Atlas stations. Different things can go wrong. So grab those saves every time. And every space station is going to face the same direction as the Atlas. So you're always going to have to fly around the space station to get in there. The anomaly doesn't do that because you're the one that calls the anomaly. So it faces whatever direction you're going. It'll be facing you when you call it. But the Atlas is always facing the same way as the space station. Alrighty. Are we now at more slots than I actually need? This stuff is all happenstance stuff. I have some Cocoa Tarts for Cronus. Let's put those on the ship. I have some Vy'keen daggers because, excuse me, sometimes, sometimes manufacturing facilities, they ask for a Vy'keen dagger. That's the right answer. I picked up a Gek relic. That was cool. I was in a Vy'keen system and I just opened a box and it was a Gek relic. Some pugnium left over that can go back there. touch of cobalt can go back there. Oops. These things are incidental. I found out that I actually need some of these things. I need oxygen filters for construct a base, and I'm not sure what I needed the salt refractors and sodium diodes for, but there they are. Alright. There's a hyperdrive. And there's a C-class hyperdrive. Alright. We'll look back here. I forgot to look for a traveler in the last station. Just looking for a traveler here. People have not been finding travelers in Viking stations. I did find one. Yesterday when I was getting glyphs, I found a Viking station that had a traveler in it. Go this way. And there's no traveler in this station. Wonder if he has any missions. Yeah, I think that's it for now. I think we'll call in the anomaly, and because we didn't do it in the last system. And get our nanites for whatever milestones I've gained and whatever planetary data they want today. I don't want to forget to do this once in a while. Probably get through most of the Atlas mission before I come back to the anomaly, because I'm probably going to film it all today. So it'll seem like we're not doing all of these things, but in reality it's going to be done over a period of a few hours, not a few days, like you'll see it. See if he wants anything yet. I was just here yesterday. Flora data. Yay. That was good. 525 nanites. I know I have one milestone. Looks like I had quite a few milestones. 9 of them. Awesome. Yeah, let's go get the suit slot from here since we're here. I don't call it in every time when I'm doing suit slots because of the time involved in running all the way to the back here. But if I'm going to be here anyway, I might as well look at it. Here we go. They cost exactly the same. We're at the point where every slot costs 1,000,000 units. So they cost exactly the same here. Ah, it's the wrong door. Now we're not going to stop in the middle of the Atlas and do missions, but I am curious. You still have 8.5 hours as of today, as of the filming of this. It's 10:30 in the morning. So you still have 8.5 hours to get that done. When this comes out, it'll be 3.5 hours. You'll still have 5 hours left to do this. And yeah, okay. I don't think, have I done any? Oh, I have 1,950 Quicksilvers. Must have done some of it. I think we did last week's mission. See if we can get one more Atlas station today. Unless this planet is awesome. I've looked at it a couple of times. It kind of looks like purple grass and green sky. Nope, it's fungal. And that has green sky too, but aggressive sentinels. Ay. Is that a moon up there? Oh, it is. That is a desert. All right. Let's go get one more atlas done.
Orbital station coordinates received.
All right. Here we go. It's a long trip. Alrighty. Usually when we do the atlas, we have to make several jumps to get there, because I don't usually get 27 hours of gameplay in before I do the atlas. I find the atlas to be really super important, not just because of the starseed, but because of the words that you get. Chishero. Go. I also need to get some Perma 2020 done today, so that we can go back and forth between the two. I noticed on my channel that it's been several days now since an episode of Perma 2020 came out, so I'll try to get one out for tomorrow. Korvax system. It's a better chance at having a traveler, I think. So far, I don't think I've found a traveler in a Gex system. I might have found one, but I think I found a Wild Grave, and I think that was in a Gex system. And by Wild Grave, I mean I didn't have to pay for it. Here's the Korvax word for Atlas. Process. So what I've found in the past is that if I fly to the next system and then turn off my game, that's where I have problems. So we'll stop in this system and not proceed until I'm actually ready to do the next atlas. Just seems to work that way. Alrighty. Get in there. There's the atlas down there. That little ball down there at the bottom. Look at it spinning. That can make you pretty sick. I know I couldn't myself physically stand on an object like that. I would be like, I'd be falling over. Here we go. Alright, Nexus Relburo. The sands of reality shift and merge, becoming one. Oy. I was born with everything I needed to explore these worlds. My exosuit, my ship, every tool and every impulse led me to scan and give name to whatever I could find. But this, I can give no name to what I see. Within the orb, I see worlds that never were. I see the stirring of something primal and undeniable. I see the death cry of a god or something approaching it. It wants me to persist in this journey, seeking fragments of its interface, the stones of the Atlas. It rejoices in my repetition, my compliance, my cloud of unknowing. I will commit myself to the voyage. In all things I am ready. I will not falter. And there's Neospheric Orb, and that takes ionized cobalt. It's we're going to make 2 of those.
Product constructed.
Here we go. And move those last 2 warp cells over to the ship. We'll go check out the space station. Oops, I forgot to save. So far, every time I've said, oops, I forgot to save, things go wrong. So, fingers crossed. I think we'll make it. That is a hot planet. Oh dear. There we go. Chishiro Station. Alright. Let's get that suit slot and see if there's a traveler here. There's a hyperdrive. And there's a C-class hyperdrive. Alright. All I'm doing is trying to make the hyperdrive better. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to install them right now because I need quite a few more modules of any kind. If I started to put together a new multi-tool, I would stop at whatever 6th thing that I installed was and go try and install a hyperdrive. But save a lot in between all those points so that you can reload if the hyperdrive isn't good, rather than deleting it and wasting the nanites. I don't see any travelers here. We almost became a dead guy just now. That is my favorite kind of explorer right there. And it's only a C. Alright. Alright, you guys, we got the first 3 Atlas stations done. Let's try to get into the light here. There we go. Got the first 3 Atlas stations done. We got quite a few suit slots. I'm piling these things up. And hopefully I'll be able to find more. I want to thank you all so much for coming along. We'll continue with the Atlas on normal mode. And I don't know what we're doing on Perma 2020 because I can't remember. It's been too many days. So I want to thank you all so much for coming along. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.